Queen Elizabeth II has died, Buckingham Palace announces.
Here's a summary of the article.
Queen Elizabeth II, the UK's longest-serving monarch, has died at Balmoral aged 96, after reigning for 70 years. The Queen came to the throne in 1952 and witnessed enormous social change. In a statement, Buckingham Palace said, "The Queen died peacefully at Balmoral this afternoon. The King and the Queen Consort will remain at Balmoral this evening and will return to London tomorrow." All the Queen's children travelled to Balmoral, near Aberdeen, after doctors placed the Queen under medical supervision. Queen Elizabeth II's tenure as head of state spanned post-war austerity, the transition from empire to Commonwealth, the end of the Cold War and the UK's entry into, and withdrawal from, the European Union. At Buckingham Palace in London, crowds awaiting updates on the Queen's condition began crying as they heard of her death. The Union flag on top of the palace was lowered to half-mast at 1830 British summertime. The Queen was born Elizabeth Alexandra Mary Windsor, in Mayfair, London, on 21 April 1926. Few could have foreseen she would become monarch, but in December 1936 her uncle, Edward VIII, abdicated from the throne to marry the twice-divorced American, Wallis Simpson.
This post received a score of 170,000, with an upvote ratio of 77%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
I really expected her to outlive Charles by 5 minutes out of pure spite.
Seriously, I've been thinking that for decades. Pretty sure most people want the crown to skip him and go straight to William.
Prior to acceding to the British throne, opinion polls put Charles's popularity with the British people at 42%, 251, with a 2019 BMG research poll finding that 46% of Britons wanted Charles to abdicate immediately upon accession to the throne, in favour of William. 252.
What are the odds that will actually happen?
0% chance unless he and his medical team were convinced he would not live out the week. Even then I think they would officially move the crown until he died, but just delay, hold off on major ceremonies. As an American, my opinion doesn't matter though.
The guy on ITV constantly saying, His Majesty the Queen. I expect Charles will be getting many a few rounds of God Save the Queen, before we all adjust.
Gonna possibly repeat itself in about 100 years, in the other direction, assuming the monarchy, and the current heirs, survive. Charles, William, George. Nobody alive today will see another Queen of England, barring some unforeseen deaths. It will be at least 2 generations before there's another Queen Mother. The Queen Mother is the mother of the reigning monarch. Elizabeth II's mother died in 2002. Elizabeth II died today, so there can be no Queen Mother during Charles's reign. Diana died in 1997, so there won't be a Queen Mother during William's reign. Kate Middleton, William's wife, is the next person who could possibly hold the title.
As a Brit, this is a very weird time in our national consciousness. My commuter train went totally silent in the space of about a minute as people picked up the news. Nobody seems quite certain how to react.
I was in the pub. It didn't feel real until it came on the TV a couple minutes later, and then everyone fell silent.
She won't even get to send herself a letter congratulating herself on reaching 100 years old.
She won't get to see how the crown ends.
It would be poignant to finish it with her death.
I think that's what they've always been kinda hoping for.
The directors are probably like, write that down, write that down.
Queen's first PM was Churchill, who was born 1874. Queen's last PM, Truss, born 1975.
James Bond has only ever served Her Majesty.
Whoa, that's interesting to think about. I'm almost 40 and 007 was around long before I was born.
She became Queen in 1952. First Bond book was written in 1953. Not to mention, spoilers for the newest Bond movie, Bond died the same year as the Queen.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.